Let's knock out this weekly review. We're gonna start with gold. This is gold weekly chart. Gold gave us a swing. Now let's see if gold has came down into a discount for the buy back up at 50%. And it tapped into this almost this weekly gap right here. Very tiny weekly gap. Weekly FEG. Be a little arrow, little horizontal line. Now let's go to the daily. Gold on Friday had an inside day, meaning that we didn't take our previous day high or previous day low. Mark off my previous day low and my previous day high. Now let me go to my 4 hour and look at what price telling me. For me, 4 hour liquidity is previous day low and this weekly gap here. That's my and for bull and for bears up here, it's previous day high and this gap. Yeah, Mr. Ron, hit it. Now, all ready for the week. Got my 4 hour levels, daily levels, and weekly levels. So price could come down, test out this previous day low, go lower, take out weekly low, or it can bounce here. Any questions on gold before I go to the next one? Bro, let's go to the next one. Silver. Silver came up into this weekly order block, rejected even more. This does not look bullish right now. We consolidate on the weekly.
Did it fill that volume imbalance with that wick, with that last week candle? Did it fill the volume imbalance?
No, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
previous week low, previous week high. Now let me go to my daily. Daily looked lower before going higher. Friday, we came up into the daily gap and sold off. Let's look at it from a 4 hour perspective. It came up in there at 2 o'clock Friday morning.
I see what you did there.
Huh?
I say I see what you did there.
What ICT talked about? The range. Whole range.
And that gap was above 50%.
Right.
But it did give you a big ass bounce. But see, that's what it said. You gotta be willing to ride that ride if you want all that.
Let me see. Okay, so after 2 o'clock when that kind of closed. So you've been looking at up to 210. So you're probably looking the 3 o'clock macro. 1 minute. After 2 o'clock. Ain't enough volume. Let me see how they're going to it. Whew.
Perfect.
Perfect.
It came back into it during the macro. But that ride, boy, that's a bumpy ride right there.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
How much silver move? Same like gold? $10 a
25.
tick?
25.
25.
Dang. Yikes.
That's why I said that 15-minute
How
gap.
bad do you want it?
That 15-minute gap, boy.
I'd rather sleep in, boy.
What you mean, man?
I'm gone.
I'd rather
Bro.
sleep in, bro. Nah.
What you mean, man?
I take it to that 15-minute gap. That's it.
Let me see. Take this macro. There you go, so I can see. Right there.
That's it.
See, but
look at that
No,
reach.
I'm going right here. No, my bad. This one right here. I'm going. You ain't playing with me like that, man.
What you mean, man?
Dude, man. Because you know my buy side eyes be looking at shit. Well, that look like OTE to go back up. Run that film from here to there. What this look like? That's OTE. That's why you can get that bounce.
No, man, but you ain't thinking like that, man.
I'm straight, bro. I would protect my peace on that one.
Okay, so you're risking 300 a contract. You're risking $300 to get 2,800. So you go here, E? You go right here?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look what time we hit it to.
7:30 in the morning.
Nah, I'm good. Because the way I look at it is, if it bounce, then I might take it back down if I don't feel like I got enough. But nah, I think I would be just fine with that right there.
One contract is $300. So about one.
$300? No, for $300?
Yeah.
Contract? That's full clip though.
Oh, so all 7?
Yeah.
Okay. So you done made your money. 68 times 7 times $25. Yeah. 12,000.
That ain't enough.
Yeah, but
You have
115 times 7 times 25. That's 20 G's.
tomorrow.
Then especially when this
Bruh.
closing, that's a 15-minute CID going back up. You're like,
Man, like
nah.
I'm saying, why ride that ride? You see, there's a clear area of liquidity right there.
Uh-huh.
Right up under that wick is fresh, hot, steaming liquidity.
Hey, Jordan, would you even make it here? Because I know you're probably getting out here.
Yeah, I probably would have got out right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jordan.
I feel like
Jordan
that's too
ain't
high
riding
up.
that ride out here.
That's in like the 50-50 area right there. No, I'm looking at the range. I'm too high up in the range right there. You know what I mean? On the other one. So
Hey,
I ride that ride.
Jordan said, fuck that 15 in the range is 15 in the range.
Hey, you ride that ride, but I bet you ain't gonna watch it on that 1 minute chart.
No, hey, I get off that. I go to the 15. Hey, man, you got to cope however way you can cope. At least I don't walk off.
Tell you what, boy, that mean retrace around 7 something. Or what is that, 9 o'clock? Yeah, imagine watching that on the sub-seconds. You still believe in down move.
That's what I'm trying
Like,
to tell you. I've been gone. I'm gone by then. I'm sitting there with that Denzel meme. Woo, Lord. So glad I'm gone.
That's a perfect TFA lineup right there.
But the only thing I will say though, and I just saw this. This right here completed the bar model. So this is where it literally flipped from buy right into sell.
Yep.
So it's the buy model right here. We took out that up there and went up low, or high, low, higher, high. Yep. And that started the process of coming back down on the sell model. So that is something I just noticed. But I still would have been gone. Nope.
I got you. Just had to look at something.
Good to see you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah. For me, silver looks like it want to come down lower. So let it come down. That's why it's crucial. Like when you talk about time frame alignment, you looking at daily levels also because coming here
bill, if you don't mind, on
from
that bit. Yep, high to low. That's about 70 maybe 79. Yep,
white meat.
79 white meat.
White meat. Now looking at this, where is the liquidity? Previous week low. Plus you also got this weekly bullish BPR. I mean daily BPR.
Where is that in regards to that range?
Going back up?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Above 50.
Yeah.
Think about lower for going higher.
Right. This right here is a signature I've been noticing now that I got better with the sales. That this right here. You see that right now?
Right.
All right, coming. That's a sweep. Yeah.
Right. And then immediate reaction.
Mm-hmm. I just start seeing it the more you see it.
That's the and like I say, like that's the good thing about following one model, like man. And we look at multiple instruments. Like one day it's gonna show it to you perfectly. It's 5 days in a week. Every day is gonna one of the instruments gonna have a perfect TFA. Perfect. So silver, I think they needs to come down a little bit lower if you're gonna go higher. I will have this daily BPR marked off. I will have previous week low. Because at any of those levels, it could flip. Those are hard time frame levels. Previous day low, it's liquidity below here. Previous week low, it's liquidity below here. Daily BPR, it's liquidity it's inside that BPR.
You can get a flip at each one of them.
Exactly.
On the way down, you can still come up. And then flip to go back down, hit the next one, pop back up. Go back down, hit the next one, pop back up. Like each one of them could possibly has the potential to give you that setup.
Yep. Now I got my 4-hour levels. So now look at this 4-hour. Lower, everything already marked off. Now, also, if you look at this 4 hour, you got a 4 hour bearish
Back to back.
back to back. One there, and one there.
Grade out that wick too. I would grade out that wick.
There you go.
This wick, I would grade that out. Like grade it, or scan it.
Being honest, man, looking at how much I already take, man, to me, it start pushing down. It's coming for this. It's coming for that.
I think it's gonna probably do this, something like that. Sweep that previous day low.
Yeah, previous day low.
Come
Then
out
you
and
got
hit something.
previous
It
low.
could hit 50% of his wick somewhere up in there too, and then
Yep.
get a bounce to go up. Hit one of them and come back. Just depending on how I want to play it. But I'm definitely bearish on it.
Right. Because looking at this 4 hour, you could say that this is a swing to go up higher. But man, you ain't going that far. So I just wait. I let it even come up inside of here. Because then I will be looking at, okay, how far up high can it come? From here to here.
I didn't see the push up, close the first one, get to the second one, and then die.
And then drop. Right. And then down.
Right. Then die hard. Come down hard. Yeah. I seen that.
So that's gold, silver. Any questions on that before we go to the next one? Shoddy baby. Trash. Motherfucking trash, man. Trash. Like we talked about last week. Trash, man. Trash can, trash can. This weekly gap down here isn't filled yet.
By close almost. You got a little bit left.
Yeah. See all this bearish on the weekly. One thing also from this daily, if crude oil starts selling off, that's telling you that it's heavily bearish because as ICT was telling us,
it ain't making 50%.
Right. If it ain't giving you a discount, that means it's trying to get somewhere real quick. Let's look at CL. So this was previous day high. Let's look at the 4 hour.
Hit the OB. That's PDRA.
Yep. Hey, that's why it's crucial to start on that daily because if you start on the 4 hour, like, well, it's setting up. It ain't hit nothing. Ain't no gaps. Yeah, but on the daily, you got previous day high, and you got the gap on the daily. So it hit here. Let's go to the 15-minute. What did it take that? Thursday at Asian session.
God damn.
Right. You gotta wait till down here. Shit.
Yeah. No.
You gotta wait till you
get on that gold to CL. Like,
you're looking like, damn. That's the CID right there. What time was that? Okay, 5 o'clock in the morning. What time was this?
Now you're gonna need to run your field.
What time was this? 9 o'clock.
That's your saving grace. Because when you try to get in before that, I might have gave you some, but
But look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm saying,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
he might have gave you something.
I bet you. I bet you it lined up with that time and price.
You want that wick right now, y'all? What time it was? So,
Well,
Oh,
well, we
CL
got
market opens at 9:00, right?
yeah.
I bet you that 950 macro had something for you.
Shit, order 8:59.10.
what I'm saying is, what about that wick before that?
Right here.
The wick before it.
Yeah, right
No,
here.
The
one
wick
before
before
that. Before that.
was, but it's 7:15. That ain't
Right. That's outside the macro. Okay.
yeah.
Let's check 9 o'clock on the 1 minute. Shotty said it gave you something. Let's check.
There it is. There it is. I bet after you look at it on the 1, can you look at it on the 5? That's clean right there, man. It came into the BPR. Because what happens if you run your fib on it?
Oh yeah, that's definitely that's 62 probably.
Damn. Yeah.
Boy, eyes can see it, boy.
Yeah. It came into that BPR. Right
what
there.
The risk is? What's the risk associated? What we're looking like?
Happened inside the background.
About $300.
Came back up about 924, 925. Let's see. Shorten it. Out of
$200.
250.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't bad at all.
And we going 0.5, right? Right, Ant?
Right. Hey, I haven't messed with CL in a minute, man.
What 0.5 is?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's see what 0.5 is.
I'm going right there. Right there. There's a gap right there, man. I'm gone.
0.5.
Well, it gave it to you. Why you had it right there? Well, it kind of went straight. It kind of went to it. It ain't really do that.
Right. It ain't do that much.
It ain't do the most.
Hey. Hey.
On the 15
it
minute,
sound good
that
right
bad,
now,
right?
man. When you in that trade, you like, you know what? Let me just get out at 0. That's a 1 to 2 if you take low hanging fruit at 0, 58.49.
I might have tried that.
Okay.
The reason why
here.
is because I'm looking at how it
where
did.
it out is 1 to 3. He risked
Boy,
2.
what was it to 0.5? How many ticks? Okay, over 100. Yeah, that's what crude oil gives you.
On TFA?
From if you I sorry, I watched
Spit it out now.
CL from Sunday, last week Sunday, all the way to Friday, and then TFA works every day. It comes back to the mark. It does everything.
Every day.
From Sunday to Friday, I did, yeah. It was mostly bearish this week. So yeah, if you was in, I think the only day was maybe bullish. Was it Thursday, I believe? But yeah.
Was it good clean runs or was it like
One thing about crude oil, when it's ready to do that run, it usually does a big drop up or down for 100 ticks. That's what I usually expect on crude oil. If you're in the macro and following it, and also aligns with the news. So whenever this week was the Saudi Arabia news with the oil, I think it dropped literally at was 11 and 12, and it was over 100 ticks. Like it does follow.
You said Saudi Arabia news?
Yeah, it was something about the oil.
That's
I think
on,
it was
that's
Wednesday,
OPEC
Thursday.
or something, or
that's in the crude oil. That's on the Forex Factory.
No, it's not. No. It was some other news that came out. I mean, I have it in my. I do my own stats and stuff, and I put it in my.
One thing about crude oil, man, they fuck you real good because they
yes, they will.
Right. All of a sudden,
in the middle of the day, you're like, what?
All of a sudden, they never would have made it.
But it's really not, because when you look at that trade, it did reject, and as soon as it reject, the news came out and it dropped. Like,
10:30.
if you're following ICT, if you're following was it? Oh yeah, it was Wednesday, because it was crew report at 10:30, and I want to say that news came out at 11 something. Yeah.
See, I see this as a buy model, but it didn't complete. Got to like right there, and then here's the retrace to come probably below here. The flip again and go back up, possibly.
Hey, say you that person that got in down here and you hold it for here.
Right.
You crying in the car.
Nah. Exactly. That's why you got to know like where the likelihood it could turn around it. And if it don't do what you wanted to do in that area, just be content with what you got at that point.
Well, this
it's not a clear
one all started from a daily SIBI, right?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show the daily again, boy?
I got you.
Yeah,
that's tough right there, boy.
I don't like how she just killed though.
That's tough right there.
That range here, it ain't come 50. I bet you. 50 probably by right here.
Right.
2021.
She did go 50. My bad. I stand correct. She gave you 50.
Barely.
Yeah, it looks.
That
looks very.
That's a daily?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What's all this shit?
I told you, man. Y'all say damn.
You got a wheel and deal up and down, boy.
Why you call CO trash? That's why. That's trash, man. Cannot. See, what would have been nice is on this 15, they would have had some form of CID up here, man. You gotta
just break it up a little bit.
Break it up, man. It took, what's this? 1900 to
wait, so that's not a CID?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Okay, and look what price did, right?
No, what we're saying from a trading standpoint, you would want the CID much higher so you can get that whole run. See what I'm saying? Like you would want it. You want the CID up here, high or as low as possible.
Okay.
Right.
So
yeah,
when
this CID right here.
Then you got a long. See, that's a long time to wait.
Okay, so that happened on Thursday. You're saying that happened on Thursday, and then the setup happened on Friday.
Right.
That's too long in your book.
No.
Do it when you want to do it, but this was just trader preference. That's all we talking about.
Hey, Shani, imagine if the CID would have formed up here.
Okay.
Let's say it was right there, like that next.
Yeah. now you can ride it down, ride the lightning. But you had to wait on this one. You had to wait all night until the next morning.
Okay, but that, to me, I think that makes sense because it's NFP, and everyone knows that NFP disrupts the instruments differently. So you got a cleaner setup for NFP day.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Look at this bullish one right here.
What about this one? What about look at the one to the left? That Thursday. Right, that's a TFA too. You got a clean one. You got a bullish one.
It ain't never come back.
That's not coming back.
It didn't close. It didn't close above. What's the open of that?
Oh yeah, it could have.
This is a question I wanted to ask Anthony yesterday, but I didn't get to that. I didn't feel like that was important, but I wanted to ask about this one because I was like, is the TFA that one or is it the TFA the higher? I mean, not the TFA. Sorry, the CISD.
You gotta get zoom in there. What? You gotta get closer so we can see, or put the cursor on there, one or the other.
Yeah, what's the open of that candle you got marked as a CID? It looked like it closed above it.
Yeah, right here.
So then it came back on the next candle.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 o'clock? Man, macro.
So let's take a look. Let's
No.
go to the
You're right. But I'm saying, look at how long you had to wait. I like it when it separates down here. Where maybe
y'all keep saying I like it, but I'm just trying to understand. Is that the correct CISD? Was that the actual mark? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It came close, but it didn't come to the mark.
No.
What do you mean it didn't come to the mark? It did.
Yeah.
What's this down here? This I want to see this down here. I'm just trying to look. My eyes.
No, you ain't got it down there.
I was just looking. Just browsing.
Hey, you want it down there?
That's triple bottom. That's a triple bottom. So when you get a triple bottom, you know the price is going to propel to the side.
Hey.
Look, you keep spanning it.
You would like for it to be down there. Hey, I would too. I love CIDs form down there, man.
That's what dreams made of.
Right, that's what dreams made of, right. Hey, let's see this. What time was this? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Thursday. Ain't nothing to talk about, Shawnee.
Continuation, pal.
At the entry?
Yeah, ain't nothing to talk about.
Continuation.
That's game time right there.
Another TFA. That was a Thursday TFA. You got a Thursday TFA, you got a Friday TFA, you had a Sunday TFA. Could go back to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Probably had a TFA all those days. Yeah. But as I'm saying, I was looking at crude oil last week. I was just trying to make sure that I can see it.
How many points did it?
And how many points? It's usually, I'm telling you, you can over get 100.
Let me see. Miss Sharon getting in at right here, this volume imbalance. Boy getting in probably at the open of this order block because it's probably 50% of here. That lot's over here.
I prefer order blocks on crude oil. Crude oil loves order blocks, so I usually like that.
I'm getting
order block with fair value gap.
$108 a contract.
Jesus, take the wheel.
All 16? All 15?
Everything.
Yeah, if I make up 16. I had to open up a freshman for that.
What did it cost?
Hold on. Let me go to the 15-minute. And like for me, I'm looking on the 15-minute. I'm looking to my left. Where's the gaps? Woo!
I'd have wanted that. Wow, looking at that wick hard.
I was looking at that wick.
Hey, but look what it did.
You gotta break it down.
50%
you gotta break that wick down.
Yep, you sure do. Just look at that. Look, it didn't even hit it. And look at it drop.
Got past 75.
That's a gap.
That
wick is a gap.
Yeah.
50%?
Yeah, 50%.
It then took you back.
I might have got out at the first quadrant. I'm gonna keep it 100. I got out at 25%.
I'd have got it at 50.
And I get out at 50.
I took the 50.
Okay, so from
I'm gonna be like Anthony. I'm gonna be more conservative.
Okay, so Anthony, so you're risking $180. How many contracts? All 15?
Nah, because I don't know how CL move. I'm just getting back familiar with it. So I probably do something like 3 or 4.
Okay. 4 contracts. Okay. So you're risking $720 to make over 4,000.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
180. How many
everything. Todos.
He said all 7.
Yeah.
I'm going with 3, and then I wait for the retrace.
Nah, I'll put everything on
there.
that. $180.
I wait for the retrace, and then I add.
You waiting for the retrace?
Christmas, boy.
The retrace.
No, I'm out.
Man, that retrace on the 15-minute, that don't give me confidence it's going back up.
I would know that that's going back up.
It made another setup. What time is that setup?
9.
Lunchtime?
Yeah. See, I'm with her.
Yeah.
You can go up to 50%. If you know squeeze the chart to the downside, so I see the bottom.
Get out.
Get out and stay
These
out.
when I talk about checkpoints. Right. If you know the market maker bottom model, you know that institutions getting out here, and then you get the displacement to the next level. This is area 2 over here. All this. Right. So you go up to the impulse move, the height of it. You get out. Then you wait on the retrace. Then I bet you there's an entry somewhere in here to go back up.
It's not going all the way back down there. All the way. No, it's not. If it's TFA.
We're going to check.
I got to look at the time.
Bet you it's in the end. It's probably during the macro.
Yeah, it was.
So you made 4,000 times 5 accounts. That's 20,000. You still trying to go back in there for more?
What did I just tell you, man?
Listen,
I'm talking. Hey, I'm talking to Smoney. I'm talking to Smoney.
Oh, okay, my bad. You already know
this one.
You already know.
She brand new.
No, I'm getting out. You know I'm staying out. But I'll just watch it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is
11. You hold me accountable all the time, so I will get out.
It's on.
Boy, it's on. That's on. Hey, that's macro time.
Boy. And I bet you run your field. Run your field too on that. On a 15-minute.
Wait, I'll just be cheering you on, E.
Well, look at all that foolishness you got to ride it, boy. That's an ugly ride right there, boy. That's an ugly ride, boy.
Okay, so
like Sophia said, fine by me.
130. E, how much you risk?
Everything.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
He gonna put the whole winnings back on the table.
You know that bottom model, boy, ain't nothing to play with, bro.
Hey, where you getting out? It's the 1 minute. You getting out here?
We finishing that bottom model.
No, but we just talked about the buy model. It didn't even get all the way back. It didn't complete the buy model.
Well, we're gonna go as far as to the end of the day.
I see. Here we go.
Wait, what you mean they ain't finished? It did. That's finished.
Oh no, on the 1 minute, but not the
on 15. The 1 minute, not the overall
buy model. Buy model I'm aiming for, because I know. Look, when you got the retrace from level 1 to level 2, here's your.
I've been looking at this gap, and one thing I learned talking to Sharon, if I'm going up here, I'm going 50% of this gap.
At the least, it's gonna go back to that.
Yeah,
it's gonna go back to here at the least. But that will complete that.
Hey, look at how close it got to 50%, and then it retrace on you.
You hit that? You hit that? You ain't hit that?
It got close. Woo.
Hey man, close enough government work.
Got close.
So I said, you go there and get funny? Up down? Because I want to get out anyway at the OB. That would be my target.
Woo. The OB is right up there. Yeah, that's the OB.
And then the Asian session is dip back down.
And another move.
Yeah.
So you have to take your profit along the way.
You got to know the steps. If you know the steps in the, just like you know what you sent me this morning. That's them the steps.
Hey, so E, you putting on all 7, and you going for 165. You already made 40,000 in the morning.
What's the point?
Okay, so we're going for you're going for 1650 times 7. So that's 11.5 times 5 accounts, 57,000 plus the 40,000 you made in the morning. So about 100 grand. So you trade the next day?
I have to see what the board look like. See what the board look like. See, when I know the board, when I see it, you better get the hell out of the way.
Hey, that's the beautiful thing about like I say, and I've said this ever since we started. Perfect the strategy, man. Once you perfect the strategy, man, you dangerous on any instrument.
One more time. Squeeze the bottom. Want to see the bottom? I want you to run the field from the bottom to the top of that first swing up there. I want to see how far retrace it gave. It's probably 50%.
Yeah, 50.
See?
Ooh.
That's why I have my field up. I'm running to see if they're gonna give me something. And that's 12 o'clock macro, man. That's perfect, man. That is perfect.
See, it didn't get you 50 into the T, but it hit midnight over.
Close enough.
Close enough for government work.
At 12 o'clock, it started doing that thing.
Yeah, it was in the macro.
Yeah.
Hey, E, man, we put it in the air, man. You gonna have a 6-figure week for
She
St.
is.
Profit.
I will say. Yeah,
Six
yeah.
figures.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
6 figures. Then you could put it all on Instagram, all on YouTube, and
No.
how you enforce. You need how you do it.
I'm good. I don't need all that.
We don't post.
I don't need all of them. Hey, big heads in my video.
No posting.
Man, what's all these bots for? Somebody from Russia trying to hit me up.
Okay, the big three. Let's go to the big three. Let's start the YM. The lagger become the leader.
She ain't got that damn volume balance yet.
Weekly gap.
Hey boy, what's YM look like on the monthly? Okay. It looks different. It still got a gap, but it's way up there.
Right. From the monthly, you're looking at this your bearish CID right here. Right here. 42.9.
So what normally happens is if they run in tech, YM's lagging. And then they'll get out of tech and start throwing some money in the YM.
No, remember now, I think it was 3-4 months ago, YM added the video to the YM now.
Yeah, but it ain't enough to overcome all of that.
Yeah, but it can
if there's no money in the Dow, if they're not dealing with the Dow like that, then the Dow ain't gonna move like that. They usually pull out of tech to go in the Dow. When they sloshing the money around. Because then what'll happen is NQ will chill out for a while YM starting to catch up. That's how they normally do that. It's a flow to it. But because we're dealing with tech right now, because we just had tech earnings, that's why NQ leading the way.
So now we got previous week high, which probably gonna be taken out tonight. And let's see what it gives us. What'll really be nice is if all this week we if you're on the YM, we don't come back down to 40,558 because it'd be a nice weekly gap potential BPR.
Something to bounce off of, yeah.
Right, correct. So let's look at the daily. We already got that lined up. So we got our daily bearish liquidity levels. I'm looking at previous week high, this weekly gap. Still got this daily gap that ends right here from the high of this candle, but also if you look at it from here, from the high of this candle to the high of this candle is a gap because the gap was originally from here to here. Candle A, B, and C, but over time, we moved up. We filled it in. So now you got a weekly gap inside of a daily gap. A lot of resistance.
What? If it wake up now and start coming down, what?
Right.
Boy, that don't look great. Yeah. Shit. That's why what you're saying, as far as that, making that, it need to go up and probably give another gap over this gap.
Yep. As my dog E would say, look at that daily and look where the 0.5 is. Well, these highs.
All right. So, and that'll give you a shift.
Yep. Give me a shift.
And then you come back and retrace into the gap, whatever gap it left behind.
And we
for a whole bunch of bullshit ass consolidation in level 2.
Hey, this is the 4 hour. Look at the 4 hour. We only got bearish PD rates up top. We got bullish one down here. This gap way down here. This is your 4 hour bullish gap.
You could potentially get a gap up too, man, on that.
Correct. Right. But I'm bullish on YM. But I understand that we have to retrace before going higher. Any questions on YM? I know there's a couple people trade YM. I know Ms. Briggs, she likes to trade YM now. Before we go to Grandma?
Yeah.
Look at Grandma.
Go to the monthly too. Start off with the monthlies with the indices.
I got you.
She ain't hit the gap yet either.
Nope.
Put that gap up though. Well, I don't know. That might miss a chart. I don't know. But it's a monthly gap. But at least put a line where it's at. Well, you probably want to leave that on.
It probably lines up with a weekly level.
See the CID on this monthly already happened. So its CID is way up there.
That red tip top.
Yeah.
Right on that candle, the green candle. Yeah.
Right. So
it has to go higher up.
But
that whole move could be done too. Look how far down it went from that CID. If it's in there.
I know. That's a mean wick to the downside. I feel like price is gonna come back and
touch some of it.
Oh, I see what's happening. So ES got to catch up to NQ because NQ already did it.
I told you NQ the leader.
Yeah. Well, that's a nasty.
Okay. I see what's going on. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You're right. We're going higher on NQ.
Yeah, everything's showing up for right now.
Everything's showing up for right now. That's why I said this month gonna tell a lot.
Yeah, we need this month.
How the monthly candle closes is gonna be important because of that gap.
Correct.
Is it gonna close over the gap, in the gap, get rejected from the gap? Like, what is it gonna do?
And look at the actual gap itself. It didn't really displace that displacement candle where the gap formed. It didn't break away from any of those bodies. So that I don't know. Man. Hey, I might have to change my overall outlook on this long term, man.
Me too.
Like it could come back down and break that wick down of April,
just half of it, and then go right back up.
And then go right back up, and we could see higher highs. Boy, they be screaming 47 to the mountaintop if that happened.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yep, and look at all them equal highs up there.
Yeah, like a low high, low low, or a low high, that and then gone. That's what I to the bullish side. That's how I see it. To the bearish side, it's just
right.
take out that wick. But if it take out the wick, then boy, we gonna be down here with them damn 3 up close, down close candles at.
We can go down to 12 and 10,000.
Yep.
But we'll see. We shall see.
Hey, if they look at all the zones we done had, that's what I always said, man. Everybody be crying about, I want to get in down here. We gonna come down here. Man, they're not doing that, man.
Why you think I was so adamant of buying when it was
not gonna do that?
On sale, man. That shit was on sale, man. But if it was some J's, boy, they'd have bought it. 80% off, 70% off. You'd have bought it when you thought twice. But when it comes to stocks, I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see.
Right. I'm a wait for the confirmation on top of confirmation on top of confirmation.
Yeah, and by that time, it's back up halfway up. Now it's like, damn, it's running now. Then you get in, that's when they hit you with that retrace. Now you sick. Yeah, man. I know these games, man. We done seen this shit enough, man.
And you're right. And if when we get another monthly candle, if that's a swing,
it's a wrap.
Exactly. That's why I said if that candle like closes inside of that gap or something like that, and depending on how much in the gap it's in.
Well, only because NQ is the leader and ES is following. I had to change. I'm changing now.
We're gonna have a nice summer rally. We're gonna be outside.
And the thing about it is, like Boyd always say, man, if it don't give you a chance, like they ran that shit down so fast, it was like fear mongering almost. You know what I'm saying? Like they did that, like to scare the hell out of everybody. You know? And then now look, just in the span of a month, look where we at for where we were. Boy, they tried it, bro.
Yeah, they tried it.
It's so bad. Like I have friends who was like, they stopped their 401k from being added.
Yeah.
We were down here. I had to do that. Now they trying to start back again. I said, y'all missed the point. You missed the point. Like me looking at options and long term, I was waiting for the monthly candle to show me bullish, because I can wait for this because of what I'm trying to do. If this flips, like Mr. Ross said, if this is swing, oh man, it's gonna be nice buying opportunities.
Right.
Every week.
Like the only way you was gonna get that kind of retrace, it had to be something traumatic and drastic. And putting tariffs as a shock to the system, that's how you get down to that quick. That's how you can justify the market doing that. You know what I'm saying? In the short term, like that fast and that furious. And then now you look up, oh, yeah, we having talks now and all this other shit. Yeah, man, whatever, man. All right. Just how that shit line up with the buy model. When certain news come out, like just on Friday, how it exploded, it was going to take the top off anyway. I mean, like, y'all ain't fooling nobody, man.
That's why I always said, like, man, they not gonna drop this market like that. They're not. Like when it was dropping here, people were like, well, we go down here and down here. They're not gonna do that, man. They're not gonna do that.
How many points did that drop? From top to bottom, like literal points.
$1,300.
Okay. Go back to the pandemic and tell me how big that drop was from top to bottom. Come on now.
Come on.
Who y'all fucking playing with, man?
Hey, I told
these
him, man.
People playing with us, man.
Hey.
You got a bigger drop on some funk ass tariffs than the whole world shut down.
Yeah.
Come on now. I'm telling y'all, man, they playing with your face. Healthy retrace. There you go.
Hey, what have I preached for the longest? The market is engineered to go up.
Yep.
When it goes down, it's going down for a reason.
It's the shit
everybody.
I don't like this. I'll take this before I take this. That was painful. Because every time you thought it was going to go, it turned around, come back one more time, go lower. I ain't like that. That was 2022, right? Right here. We did a 62% retrace from here to here.
Yep.
And then it was gas.
Yep.
Line up right with this OB. It's not there for a reason. I mean, it's not there for no reason. But, you know, that's just shit I be watching and looking at.
Hey, I ain't gonna say I told you so. But like I said, I told you so. They're like, yeah, we come down here. I got this level down here. I got this level down here. They're not gonna sit this market down there, man. What's the reason? Like you say, we had a pandemic and it dropped 1,300 points. We had some tears at, 1,200. We had tears that dropped 1,300. I bet you if you look back on it, a lot of institutions bought down here.
Hell yeah, they bought. Why you think well he just told everybody he retired now. Yeah, his ass went liquid. He went cash. Buffett. Yep. I know he buying down there, man. He finna go out with a bang. He done caught the bottom. He had $63 billion on the sideline. Most they ever had liquid. And then you get this big ass drop. And you don't think he all up and through there?
I know some of y'all are like, damn, knew I should have bought them goddamn stocks when they did this kind.
This is why I say, go to your higher time frame, run your field, and you get to a level that you're comfortable with, buy when it's in discount, and just live with the consequence. What we was doing, we was buying up here, trying to go up.
I go up, right.
You know what I mean?
Right, we trying to go high, higher.
We up here. This is what we bought at.
Yep.
We was at the tip top when we bought them options. And we ain't know nothing about no damn big ass retrace, nothing like that. We didn't know. But now we know with the knowledge that we learned from ICT, we know where premium and discount is at. And from a higher time frame perspective, I can sleep real good at night knowing I bought here, even though we was dropping. So I'm like, if we go down here, then hell, everybody out of luck. You know what I mean? I ain't the only one that's gonna be looking sick. But if I buy up here, I'm by myself. You know? Hey, these real smooth up there. I'm high.
Real smooth up there. Look at that daily. What's up here? Woo! Them smooth highs. Them smooth.
Just saying, man.
Hey, watch this, E. Let us get up here in the summertime. Oh man, he's the greatest president ever. I knew he could do it.
Yeah,
people there to change real quick. We get up here. And we ain't that close. I mean,
pull back to July something and you run.
We ain't that far from there either.
September. Then you get a retrace like that and you go up again. Come on, man.
Oh. What does that look like? What you just drew in your old face? What does that look like? Your old fave that you just drew, inverted head and shoulder. That was an inverted head and shoulder.
Yep, market maker buy model. Same thing.
Also, look at this. Where the gaps at? To the left. That ain't been filled in. One here. One here.
They can read the market just like we can and plan around it just like we do. So it's they don't have any control. The algo has control.
So what you saying? I hear y'all saying you gonna, boy, how you normally like to draw the candles, you gonna get this downside move and then they're gonna shoot up like that?
No.
And now what y'all sitting out in the market maker buy model? You gotta give you that retrace on the right side.
Was going up over here first.
Hey,
you can't retrace because it's probably gonna leave a gap.
That Wednesday, April 9th candle, when we closed above that told me we no longer
everything you need to know.
Because it took so long for that candle. It's like that candle did over
2,300 points, something like that. On the NQ.
On the ES, it did 650 points in a day. That candle did 650 points in one day. Wednesday, April 9th. When we got above there, that's gonna be, hey man, we don't want to come back down. Hey, Anthony, I say it again. That candle on the ES from the low to the high today was 647 points. For my people in the back, that's 2,591 ticks. One contract, $32,000 on that one day. I never seen nothing like that Wednesday. That Wednesday, I was seeing, I would say in an hour, he did like over 1,000 NQ. When we got above here and started moving, man, it's game time.
The only time I ever seen that was when they announced that they had the what do you call it? When you got for the pandemic, what is it? The drug?
The
vaccine. That day, the market went ham.
Boy, I'm sorry. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, that's it.
What's the opening of that? Let me see if I can draw on it. What's the opening of that where the block is down here? What's that opening? And what's that low? What's that opening there?
Game time.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, what is that? What's that line right there?
Game time.
That's just CID. Oh, but can you erase it for me?
No problem. Game time.
Only thing missing was a gap.
Hold on, wait a second, boy. Can you put your cursor over that down close handle?
I'll put. It's a little bit higher. Let's see.
I just want to see the open of it. What's the open price?
Open.
126.50.
Yeah, 26.50. The low. 27.25. It's about 1 point.
Okay, I was about to say you better have me looking on the hourly.
Okay,
so what's going on? I find my structure.
Exactly.
They wasn't finna give y'all that money like that.
I was about to.
They wasn't finna give it to you like that, boy.
Hey, but one thing for sure, I know that nigga would have took that. He said, "Hey, that's close like government work. You'd have took that,
hey, man."
Hey,
I would have took that. Nope. If I'm playing TFA, I'm playing TFA, I would not have taken it. It has to touch the line, bro. That's the golden rule. You gotta come back to that line. If it don't touch that line, I'm not getting in it. Trying to on the basis of TFA. Now, if I ride it up, that's because I'm just doing something on my own. But to say that, because TFA, it can't close enough, I should get in and ride it up. No, that's be inaccurate. I can't stress that enough. I don't play with TFA.
Look at ES on his daily. What's this? What I got? A weekly marked off? Weekly. Hey, weekly is previous day high, weekly high, same high, basically.
Get over this week.
And then I'm looking at this weekly gap up here. If I look at the weekly. For me, I'm disregarding this vice balance.
Ran through.
Yeah, the wick ran through it. I'm looking at this weekly gap up here.
See, that's something that can set it up and stop it. And then it could close just for that you have on the weekly.
What's coming up this week that could do something like that?
Touche.
FOMC on Wednesday.
Funk.
The big boy.
Funk.
Just saying.
Yeah, we got we got news Monday. It's 10 o'clock. News Tuesday. Also, what they look out too is like when they had those bond auctions at 1 o'clock. That moves the market too. Also, we look at Tuesday in Asia and London. You got news all morning: 1:45, 2:45, 3 o'clock.
And see, in my mind, that's why gold going down, because they selling off the gold and getting back in equities. In my mind, that's how I see that. Because they see a deal, you know what I mean? Like,
we got news every day this week. Let's look at the daily.
Daily. You'll be hearing them on CNBC talking about, I'm risk on now, Johnny. Fuck you, man. I'm nibbling.
If it be on this daily, I put that daily gap up here. Daily bearish gap.
Then you liable to get another gap. Because let's say this goes up and close up there. Then you have a gap from there to there. Wherever it, you know what I'm saying?
You got this daily volume balance right here. Now look at the 4 hour.
T Vega likes to hold, and when I used to hold, it used to be on a higher time frame. So these are the time frames that you hold on. Is that intraday? Is that this right here would give you the points? T Vega right here. This would give you life-changing points.
One thing I'm looking at, and I learned from Friday's move. Okay, we're gonna have a daily gap here, but is this gap in a discount on this 4 hour? From this low to this high. No, this gap down here. So for me, looking at this, if I'm looking at ES, I'm marking off this daily gap, this 4 hour gap right here. That's my TFA liquidity level.
But see, what I'm saying is, though, you're assuming that if there's a gap there, you got to put that gap there.
No.
What? I'm just saying. I mean, you're assuming that you know the move. This move might not be finished. It might keep going on up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it might be continuation from what happened on Friday.
Yeah, but I'm projecting like set it up. I want to set it up, and I don't want to mark this unless we keep on moving higher. And for me, we keep on moving higher, then I'm looking at this will be my range from this low to where we stop.
I got you. Yeah. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. then now I'll put this gap because that gap is in a discount of 4 hour. But looking at it right now, this gap is not in a discount. And if I look at this for TFA and come down here, I've had it where since this wasn't in a discount, even though let's just say okay we push up and take our previous week high, and then we come back down, it's still not a discount. It gotta go even higher. I want this gap to be at 50% or below.
You'll delete that drawing for me so I can go.
No problem. So, got my levels for ES going into Asian Open tonight and the beginning of the week. Everybody understand? We can go to Quisha. Go to Quisha.
I see her ass already in the gap.
Yep. Yeah, 50% of the gap already. Let's look at the weekly.
So what's over that wick?
Huh?
Where's right over that wick. Where is that in regards to the monthly?
I ain't looking at that. I'm looking right here. Because this gap already been filled in. This gap came in, ran liquidity below here. To me, this is my level I'm looking at right now.
I got you.
That's where the money out this weekly right there. Let me name that Anthony. Told you. Ant. Told you. Right there.
Why you named it after me?
21,000. 21,000. Hey. I look at it like, okay, came in here, got the liquidity, closed in this weekly gap. Ran all these lows below here, below here, we distribute. Also, AE, what do you see right here, E?
Come on, hey man. Come on now. That's what I said. I just said yes. Just need to get a little bit more over it, and then they'll have it.
Hey, boy.
What up, G?
What up, G? Hey, look, I see you looking at the continuous chart. On the regular chart, we didn't even hit 50% of that monthly gap. That's what I was looking at. I seen you marking it. I'm like, nah, my line's a little different. On the regular one, we not at 50%. 50% is like 365.
Yeah.
And then we ain't even at 50% of that wick that E looking at. So
that's why I said I operate.
Yeah, I had to throw that out there. I see you looking at it, boy, but on the chart we trade, we not on 50. We ain't at 50% of that monthly gap yet, bro.
One thing about the chart we trade sometimes, like, man, when we was dropping, man, that chart was null and void. We didn't see none of that. But I understand. But looking at this,
I only use continuous.
No, I don't.
I've been trading with continuous since day one.
So you could take trades on the continuous chart?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could trade the continuous chart.
And then with top step bags and bullocks, that's all they use is a continuous chart. They don't use a monthly chart.
So they don't use the regular one.
But even look at his weekly on the monthly. We got our monthly shift. I mean our weekly shift.
Yeah, I got a line right there. So if we retrace that, I'm looking for a shift at that line. Now, if it don't shift at the line, then you just keep waiting. But I definitely got a line right there. Last down close candle. Same thing we did from last week. Down close candle, wicked into it, kept going.
That's my
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what my target is. Above that right now, yo.
Let me see. No, look at it daily. Daily levels.
I think went over that shit.
We ain't feel that BPR in yet. We still got a little bit more. That damn near line up with previous day high. Previous day high here. Daily BPR. Previous day high. Previous day low. Now you look at the 4 hour. That look good if you come back down here. That 4 hour gap.
I was happy it left that gap.
TFA right here. Woo, it come back down here. That bad boy. I would love for it to sell off in Asia. Come back down there, give me a nice TFA inside of here. I see y'all Friday, man. I see y'all Friday. That's what I tell y'all. I see y'all Friday. And you gonna have to hold the previous day high, man.
That's why I say though. I set my alerts just before. Don't wait till it get there.
Anytime. See, it take no time to mark a chart up now, like you did before. Put a couple levels on it, weekly, your daily levels, your 4 hour levels, call it a day. You get one. Any questions? Concerns before we get out of here? Speak now,
I think Greg asked about NG. I don't know if y'all did it.
We're knocking out real quick.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. NG bullish. Can't grab these lows. Weekly gap. Low, lower low. BPR.
Squeeze the chart again. Got plenty of room around. Want to get back up in that area. Yeah, up there. Right.
Let's look at the daily. Look at that gap up there Sunday. To me, looking at this, the liquidity is above here. Right here, this 3.9. Look at the 4 hour. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, let me see.
This probably was a mean TFA.
Squeeze that, let me see into the bottom. Oh, yeah, he did it like that.
Ooh, that gap up.
Yeah, he did it like that.
That's
like, let's look at that, man. Let's take a look. I would like to look at that.
Which one?
That one right there. What you talking about?
This is a mean TFA right here at 10 o'clock. So that this was a PM session move. So Wednesday at 10 o'clock on a 15-minute. Wednesday 15-minute PM session. Ooh. That'd be a CID right there. It came back.
It came back to the OB.
Ooh, E.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so it came back here at 12:30. So let's look at the 30th, Wednesday the 30th. Before we get out of here.
Came all the way back to the OB. That's crazy. That's $10 on TikTok.
Yep, $10. PM session mode. I kind of close at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1400. Hey, this huge ass wick at 207, 250. $250 to 310 back row. Ooh, that's nice. $70. How many contracts eat?
Come on now. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but there's a considerable amount of people in here that would put a considerable amount of risk on that.
Hey, yo, Jordan, $70 a contract. How many you put on there?
I don't know, man. I might throw one out there. It's too late today.
That's one thing he don't like. Man.
Oh, okay.
Late 30.
I'm running
I
out
don't
of
know if we're
clock.
gonna play out of time. You don't want them to stall him out.
That's a 1 to 3. So he risking 70 to make $200.
They finished that ball model full 5.
Yep, before 5, right?
They finished that one. What time is it finished?
426.
They finished it.
Hey, Shotty, what you gotta say about crude oil before we get out of here?
So we mentioned it earlier, guy. Hold on. So we mentioned it earlier about crude oil, right? And the other day we were talking about the TFA, right? Someone had asked about, can you apply was it 3-minute entry, the 30-minute structure, and I forget what's the high time frame, the 1 hour on that illustration on the chart Thursday, May 1st, 2025. You actually can apply it and have an entry and an exit using the 3-minute entry, 30-minute structure, and I believe the 1 hour as a daily bias. Then they can like look at that further. That same one we were talking about earlier, where we were like, we could use the 4 hour, 15-minute structure and
but
the one entry, you actually can apply that other TFA to that as well.
The only thing about that I would say is the relationship from the bias to the structure is too close.
Oh, okay.
Like you saying 1 hour for the bias, and then
is that sorry, because is that how it works? The 3:30 and 1? Or
we don't have that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why somebody said you would need to like take a look at that, but we can't co-sign that because we don't have it. We just simply don't have that setup, that time frame alignment sequence. That's basically what I'm saying.
Oh, we don't have it, meaning like that's not something set in stone, or
if you go back to the TT trades video,
okay,
you don't see that sequence as one that's listed. Not to say it's not legitimate. It's just that's not one of the ones that have been prescribed on by TT trades them as far as what we learned for time frame alignment.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I say that is because if you look at like how we go from like the 4 hour is the bias, the next step is like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's several steps from the bias. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you're doing 1 hour, the next step down shouldn't be your structure.
Okay.
Going from 1 hour to 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then going from a 30-minute to a 3-minute. See, that's the relationship from going from one to the next.
I see what you're saying.
You
So I did see it.
at?
So I did see at 3:30. So you're saying I have to figure out what is the relationship, the bias relationship to the structure. I have to figure that out on my own.
Right, because that we
Okay.
don't have that anywhere written anywhere. Like we don't have that already depicted anywhere. So, not saying that you're wrong. It's just you have to do your own research on that.
Okay, no problem. Because I know I already trade on a 3-minute on CL, so I'll look into that. Thank you.
Yeah, I would probably say you said 1 hour 30 minutes.
Yeah,
30
there's
to 3 minutes.
definitely
I would probably look at the weekly.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe something like that. You just have to, but you know what I'm saying? Like you have to do the research on that because we don't have that. Yeah, maybe 90 minutes or something. Somebody said.
Yeah, because there's definitely something. Because there's definitely he did put 3:30, but it's true. I don't know the week.
Yeah,
I don't know the
There's other
ones out there, but like
it might be the 8 hour.
Yeah,
8 hour.
I don't know because I heard Marley talk about it a lot. Because if you think about it, you know, the 4 hour goes with the 15, that goes with the 1. So if the 3 goes with the 30, then maybe the 30 goes with the 8 hour.
8 hour.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Or the 30 could be the bias. The 3 minutes are structured, then a sub-second issue. I mean, you just got to have a lot of data to support whatever you're trying to build around that 3 and the 30 minute.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. 100.
Trust me, I've been looking. I've been browsing. But I just know that relationship needs to be further apart from the first one to the second. It shouldn't be that close.
Hey, Kyle, put a shirt on, man. God damn.
Huh?
God damn.
My fault. Oh, shit,
That old lady ain't on his own, man.
Try to play and slipping, boy.
He ain't greasy over there with baby oil on too.
Right, man.
Chill out, man.
He had late night, man.
Gotta let him know he ain't played.
You know I did.
Hey, that nigga had late night, man. Late Saturday night with Old Faithful, man.
I can't, Boyd. I just can't.
Dog on the earth traffic.
Auntie gonna call you to get out here. Nigga, what is you doing on camera?
You want to be my accountability partner. Late night study session.
For real.
That's all it was.
Oh man.
Man, y'all funny.
Hey, we live on YouTube tomorrow, 8:30. Bring your question to YouTube.
Okay.
We got a macro 850, 750, 850, 950, 1050, 1150, and we out.